So we got a really exciting announcement from Starfruit Books that's happening. They announced Comic Bright, an irregularly published manga magazine, a printed one. So there's going to be more announcements later about the lineup of the first issue, but it will have manga, essays, interviews, and so much more.
I'm ready. I'm ready for something. This sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not going to be like a traditional manga magazine. It's not going to be like Jump or something. We're just going to have like dozens of series running through it, like week in, week out. They said irregular because, this is probably going to be a unique lineup that will be hard to pin down. But I'm ready for the magazine format to be part of my manga consumption.
I mean, it's really, really interesting because the only Western manga magazine release I think we had was the Western release of Shonen Jump, right?
And Shoujo Beat, but I think that was right. I don't think it had an exact equivalent in Japan like Shonen Jump does.
Right.
And we do have like a Otaku USA or Otaku magazine. What's the
Otaku USA? Yeah.
Yeah, and they do have manga in there, but usually like sample chapters. Like, hey, check out this new manga is coming out. So like part of reading, if you subscribe to Otaku USA, part of it is actually reading some manga. So it's kind of similar to that, but Otaku USA is way more like consumer oriented. It's like, hey, check out these brand new stuff. Look what you could buy. I don't think this is going to be that. I think this is more going to be like an enthusiast magazine. Yeah. Essays, interviews. If you want to, learn about manga, get deeper into manga, this sounds like basically. I'm excited for it. It sounds like it's just right up my alley. I'm very excited for this.
Yeah, me too. I always liked manga magazines, like physical manga magazines, even ones that are like more like Otaku USA, like fan magazines. And America used to also do some sample chapters and things back when they existed. I just like physical media. I'm an old lady who remembers going to like the video store to buy my manga and buy my magazine. So
yeah.
Well, they'll also be doing a digital version, which will be more for me. I do not need my more physical stuff. I don't got space.
But also just like concept wise, I think it's really great. Most of the Shonen Jump does still exist in digital form, not in physical form. But it's Shonen Jump. It's just like like we were saying, it's the comics and that's it, right? I'm really interested in seeing these interviews and like more of this like an enthusiast magazine, like you were saying, Dar.
I mean, the Japanese weekly Shonen Jump also does have extra stuff, but mostly it's like advertisement for like their anime series for their manga, or like some gift giveaways, maybe interviewing some like actors from the anime, stuff like that. So they do have other stuff, but it's mostly like you buy that magazine to read the manga.
Yeah, occasional announcements of new video games or something like that. Dragon Quest, something this or that.
When I heard this news, I was really surprised because I was just thinking like the manga magazine concept doesn't really work so much in the West. Like people aren't into that. So I was like, is this a risk for Starfruit Books?
And yet here we are.
Yes.
Well, and Starfruit Books already has a niche audience, right? I think people who are into indie manga or creator-owned work or whatever. So I don't know that it's a risk if your customer base is already fairly small and you're only trying to appeal to a small amount of people. Like if you're trying to get everybody in the United States to subscribe, every household to subscribe, yeah, you're in trouble. But I don't think they're trying to do that,
I mean, if you're... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, I don't... I want to make sure this is pure speculation. I don't want to set any expectations for Mahash or anybody like listening to this news. I'm thinking they're going to go for more premium paper stock and just kind of be like a more expensive magazine. That's what I think they're going to do because it's niche. It's not going to be circulating. Or at least the anecdotes I always heard was that the more the magazine circulated, the cheaper the paper stock had to be to make it feasible. But I mean, this is not going to be that kind of product. I think. Again, like I'm not trying to set expectations. I hope I'm not blowing up Matt Hosh's spot right here.
And also the announcement that it's going to be irregular, right? Like it's not going to come out if it had to come out every week or every month or every bi-monthly, you would need to be things need to be more expedient, so cheaper, easier to get. But if it's going to be a little bit more on a case-by-case basis, there's room to be flexible about materials, be choosy about things.
And Matt House on Twitter said that they've been working towards this or about this, around this. Basically, it's the inception of Starfruit books. So he's been thinking about it for a while, working on it for a while. And a magazine requires a lot of like planning. Like obviously you have to collect the content, but like the layout, like the design and the graphics, like I don't think Matt Hosh could just do that stuff on the side. You know what I'm saying? He needs somebody to do that stuff. But we'll know more soon. But I'm obviously very excited and interested.
Yeah, there's not a lot of news out, official news, so we have to wait to see what's gonna happen, like what's officially going to happen with this Comic Bright. But it's very exciting, like you said, Dar. I can't wait to see it.